From a tiny cassette tape factory in 1981 to shipping over 13 million TVs in 2025, TCL's rise is nothing short of incredible. But this journey was far from smooth. Picture a small state-owned radio factory in Guangdong province that would eventually challenge tech giants like Samsung and LG. How does that even happen? Buckle up, because this story has more twists than a Hollywood thriller. It all started when China's economic reforms were creating new opportunities everywhere. TTK Home Appliances launched through a joint venture, making something simple, audio cassette tapes. But here's what made them different. While other companies were chasing quick profits, TTK focused on what Chinese families actually needed. Music at home, something affordable, something that worked. Their tapes became the soundtrack to China's rising middle class, and families finally had a way to bring joy into their living rooms without breaking the bank. Then in 1982, everything changed. A young graduate named Li Dongxing walked through their doors. This guy wasn't interested in playing it safe. He saw electronics as more than just products. They were tools that could genuinely transform people's lives. By the mid-1980s, Li was calling the shots with a simple but powerful philosophy: uncompromising quality at prices ordinary families could afford. While competitors obsessed over export markets, Li made a bold bet: win Chinese hearts first, trust would follow. In 1985, they made a game-changing decision. Out with tape production, in with the TCL brand. They pivoted completely to manufacturing telephones just as every family in China was desperate to connect with each other. Talk about perfect timing. The government was pushing telecommunications growth hard, and suddenly everyone needed phones that actually worked without costing a fortune. TCL's phones weren't fancy, but they were rock-solid, reliable, and incredibly affordable. This helped them capture massive market share in China while reaching over 30 countries worldwide. But here's the secret sauce. They never forgot their core belief in practical solutions over flashy risks. By 1992, colored televisions were the ultimate status symbol. But there was a problem. They were luxury items that most families could only dream about. Usually expensive imports costing months of salary. Li saw an opportunity that would change millions of lives forever. When TCL launched their color TV at a price point ordinary families could actually afford, something magical happened. For millions of Chinese families, TCL wasn't just selling a TV. It was giving them their very first chance to gather around and watch the Spring Festival Gala together. They weren't selling electronics, they were selling shared family moments and connecting an entire nation through affordable technology. But Li's ambitions were just getting started. Armed with success in tapes, phones, and televisions, he set his sights on the ultimate prize, taking on global giants like Sony and Samsung on their own turf. What happened next would either catapult TCL to international stardom or destroy everything they'd built. In 2004, TCL made a move so bold it left industry experts speechless. They spent $700 million acquiring Thomson's TV business and Alcatel's mobile phone division. This wasn't just expansion. This was TCL announcing to the world they were ready for the big leagues. The deal instantly gave them the iconic RCA brand and opened doors across Europe and North America. Overnight, TCL became one of the world's top TV suppliers. Success seemed inevitable, but what came next nearly destroyed them. The European factories they acquired were outdated relics compared to TCL's efficient Chinese operations. Factories were outdated, workers resisted overtime, and within 2 years, TCL was bleeding hundreds of millions. Many thought the company wouldn't survive. In France, they encountered a work culture completely alien to their approach. Language barriers created constant miscommunication. Management styles clashed at every level. The operational costs were astronomical, and by 2006, TCL was hemorrhaging $450 million in Europe alone. Chinese media questioned whether their leaders had made a catastrophic mistake. Li Dongxing later admitted they had rushed into deals they weren't prepared for. But here's where Li's true leadership emerged. Instead of panicking, he flew to Europe and did something remarkable. He sat down with workers face to face. He acknowledged the problems while promising to invest in modernizing factories to save jobs. Even as TCL was forced to close 2 facilities, they retained 500 workers specifically for cutting-edge LCD production lines. When the Alcatel phone business continued bleeding money, they made the tough call to sell it. Focus everything on what they did best: televisions. This crisis taught TCL their most valuable lesson. What works brilliantly in China doesn't automatically translate globally. Every market has unique rules, different consumer expectations, local partners who understand things outsiders never could. By 2010, their European operations were finally turning around. Workers were trained on LCD technology. TCL was expanding into Asia and Africa with affordable TVs designed for local needs. They emerged from this trial by far leaner, smarter, and infinitely more adaptable. But just when things looked stable, TCL made a bold pivot, one that would reshape their future in the US market. In 2014, they partnered with Roku to create something nobody had successfully done before, a television that was genuinely easy to use right out of the box. Instead of building complicated smart TV software, they integrated Roku's streaming platform. Instant access to every streaming service, zero hassle. Pure genius. Breaking into America seemed impossible at first. Consumers were loyal to established brands, skeptical of newcomers. But TCL had learned from their European mistakes about understanding local preferences. They focused relentlessly on what American buyers actually wanted. Incredible value combined with user experience so simple that even your grandparents could master it in minutes. When Wired magazine called it the first smart TV worth using, TCL knew they'd struck gold. Their US sales exploded by 300%. By 2024, they'd become the second most popular TV brand in American retail stores. The Roku partnership worked because each company stuck to their strengths. Roku continuously improved streaming services while TCL focused on building better, more affordable hardware. This kept products cutting edge while allowing them to undercut competitors on price consistently. They replicated this localized approach everywhere. Spanish language menus for Latin America, Mandarin voice assistants for China, region-specific features that made their TVs feel custom-built for local users. Smart strategy, right? By 2018, TCL was ready for their next revolutionary leap, transforming the entire concept of home technology. They launched the C7 Series TV, but this wasn't just another television. It was the command center for an entire smart home ecosystem. Suddenly, your TV could communicate with TCL air conditioners, refrigerators, and dozens of other devices, all controlled through simple AI voice commands. Families could finally experience smart home technology without needing computer science degrees or massive budgets. The genius was in the simplicity. While competitors built complicated systems that intimidated consumers, TCL made smart homes feel natural and intuitive. From your couch, you could search for shows, adjust lighting, control appliances, and manage your entire home environment with casual voice commands. They weren't trying to impress tech reviewers. They were solving real problems for real families who wanted helpful technology, not overwhelming complexity. Even in a crowded market dominated by Samsung and LG, TCL's combination of low prices and seamless connectivity pushed them to second place in global TV shipments by 2024. In China, they captured 19% market share, becoming the leading smart television brand. Their focus on reliability, ease of use, and unbeatable value was working even against fierce competition. Their 2023 AI-powered smart home hub represented the culmination of this vision. One device managing over 50 connected appliances. 25 million users worldwide trusting TCL's ecosystem to automate daily routines. Temperature adjustments based on personal habits. Energy-saving recommendations that actually reduce monthly bills. Revolutionary stuff. But here's where the story gets really interesting. Looking toward 2030, TCL isn't just planning to grow bigger. They are reimagining what responsible technology leadership looks like. Their commitment to carbon-neutral production by 2026 isn't just corporate PR. It's a fundamental shift towards sustainable manufacturing that reduces emissions at every stage while maintaining the affordability that built their reputation. Their IoT vision goes beyond simple device connectivity. They're building intelligent systems where appliances communicate to prevent problems before they happen. Refrigerators automatically scheduling repair visits. Home hubs optimizing energy usage based on family patterns. Mind-blowing innovation. With 13.7% of the global TV market, TCL has proven that Chinese brands can lead in both massive scale and innovative quality. They've fundamentally changed how the world views technology made in China. Their success demonstrates that companies can achieve explosive growth while prioritizing environmental responsibility. They're setting new industry standards that competitors will struggle to match. As they continue developing AI home hubs and advanced display technologies, TCL is building toward a future where cutting-edge technology and environmental stewardship aren't competing priorities. They're complementary strengths that define true global leadership. If TCL succeeds with their ambitious 2030 vision, it won't just be known as a TV brand. It will be remembered as the company that proved affordable technology could be smart, global, and sustainable. From cassette tapes to smart home ecosystems, from near bankruptcy in Europe to challenging Samsung worldwide, TCL's journey shows that with the right vision, adaptability, and focus on real human needs, any company can reshape entire industries. What do you think? Can TCL really beat Samsung one day and become the world's #1 TV brand? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more incredible business transformation stories like this one.